Now let's talk about how do we handle the dependencies with the singleton service. So if I go back to my controller over here, this is my controller, and this time I will be handling everything from the singleton. So singleton to transient, singleton to singleton, singleton to scoped. So let's change all these things. So I'm writing singleton to transient. These concepts are there. And here this time, let's go with the singleton service. There we are. Let's just rename this one also. Now, if I go inside this my singleton, and here from this singleton 1, if I want to call the singleton 2, so for example, this is what I'm doing this time. And here if I write my code, my singleton 2 dot something like that, so it means from singleton 1 I'm using singleton 2. This is a straightforward concept, I think should be okay, and you know that this will work really well, but I'm just creating it to cover this entire concept. So this is from singleton to singleton. Try it out, execute the button. You will notice that this is the ID for the first, and this is the, we are getting this my singleton service 1 in both of them. This is because there's a typo mistake over here. In my singleton service 2, we have written this 1. So let's just save it and reload the services, stop and rerun. And I'm going to just refresh this page. Singleton to singleton, try it out, execute the button. These are two IDs. No matter how many times I call, these two IDs will never change until I stop this application. If I stop and start the application, these will be instantiated again. So I will get new set of IDs. So this is a very normal behavior, and you can use singleton service inside another singleton service.